Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and today we're going to be going through more fat acceptance cringe compilations. So, yeah, let's just get into it. Your boyfriend's sick if he likes bigger girls. You know, I'm not gonna lie, my people. I'm a pervert, so the first thing I thought was someone doing something else. But this is him, like, pretending to cough when he's looking at her titties. But in reality, I thought he could go in, both directions, if you get what I'm saying. Sorry about that. I'm a pervert. I spend too much time online. This is, like, weird fetish content again. I'm not a fan. Sorry about that. Not a fan. Don't like the idea of groping yourself on camera.
Do you want to see a bait and switch?
Losing weight for your health is not fatphobic, and if you think otherwise, you are fucking delusional.
Yeah, agreed. Not gonna lie, I totally agree. It is not fatphobic to lose weight for your health. To say otherwise is ridiculous. But what does this comment say? What's something you're sick of having to explain? And that's what the person explained. That's what this lady over here is explaining.
Okay, so that's the establishing comment, and I don't necessarily agree with it. I've never heard anyone say that people losing weight specifically for their health was fatphobic, but if they...
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt this guy, because I do want to let him finish, but I never let anybody finish because I'm still a virgin. Okay, I need to shut up. But anyways, if you go on any of the compilations that I've done so far, there's usually a solid 20% chance that the compilation that I'm reviewing involves somebody saying that weight loss and losing weight for your health is fatphobic. You know, a lot of people, in fact, if you go in any compilation right now, I'm sure you'll find somebody saying it, because it's quite a common argument amongst the fat acceptance, haze, body positivity community. It's just what it is. It's a common argument, so yeah, they do. I have to point that out. They do.
They did. I could understand disagreeing with that stance, but let's see how she goes on.
The fact that there's a large group of people that actually think in their brains that losing weight intentionally is fatphobic.
It changed. Did you hear it?
Losing weight for your health? Losing weight intentionally.
No, I'm not gonna...
I mean, they're both two very similar things, if not the exact same thing. Intentional weight loss and losing weight for your health. They are both interchangeable. You can do them intentionally and non-intentionally, and they're still important for your health. So you can argue that on the basis of lifestyle changes, it's a little different. Like, you make a lifestyle change and you happen to lose weight, or you intentionally lose weight to be healthier. But ironically, both of these things usually require similar actions, so to say they're two different things is silly. But this person's like, oh, look, they changed it. Oh, they didn't really change it. They're just adding on to their argument.
To make the claim that this was an intentional bait and switch, but it was obviously a bait and switch. She went from people losing weight for their health to people losing weight intentionally, and
they're both literally the same kind of shit. Honestly, they're both like the same thing. We can argue semantics all day and like little bits and bobs here and there, but they're both the same thing. You're losing weight for your health. It usually does require some level of intention, by the way. Most people are not just gonna magically lose weight. It does take some level of intention, whether it's intentionally endeavoring to lose body weight through healthy behaviors or intending to adopt healthy behaviors and then happening to lose weight. They both, although slightly different in their intentions, require intentional input. So to say they're two different things is just dumb. It's just dumb.
These are not the same thing unless you think that weight correlates perfectly with health.
They are the same thing. Your intentions are literally the exact same thing. You intentionally adopting healthy lifestyle changes, and you intentionally trying to lose weight, which will still require healthy lifestyle changes in most regards. Obviously, you could argue for fad diets and stuff like that. Both of these require intention. So to make an argument that this is the different thing and it's like a mind-blowing little, like, whoa, dude, it's just stupid. This is just dumb.
And it doesn't. Claiming that you are losing weight for your health when the evidence doesn't back it up, that is fatphobic, whether you intend it or not.
And then we just throw in fat phobia. Bruh, it ain't that deep. You literally can choose or not to be fat, and you can choose or not to intentionally choose to involve yourself in healthy lifestyle changes or intentional weight loss through dietary change to perpetuate two of the same outcome, weight loss. One can be that you intend to lose weight, and the other that you can intend to adopt healthy lifestyle changes and have the byproduct of that be weight loss, but they both literally involve intention, and the fact that you perpetuate fat phobia is absolutely diabolically, like, demonstrably dumb. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but the fact that this person just threw in fat phobia in there is just so stupid. The fact that this is like the fat phobic view that you have, or the anti-fat phobia view that you have, makes me honestly just think like, wow, the other girl wasn't saying anything fat phobic, and this guy is just making a false claim of fat phobia. It's just that. Like, I'm so sorry. This made me actually go down a couple of brain cells. I feel bad. But I'm just gonna point out, my people, that's dumb. This guy, nah, my guy. Come on, think about what you're saying. Did someone say they need a big boy? It's not hot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, having an act of being overweight, whether you're a girl or a guy, in my opinion, is not particularly sexy. And I've gone out with bigger people. There is a level of gluttony that is stereotyped with people who are overweight and or obese. But it's so ironic because this person's actually, like, playing into that, has a big plate of, from what I perceive, pasta on their plate, and is making the comment, did someone say they need a big boy? They're literally playing into the stereotype is the thing I'm trying to point out. And that's what's gonna perpetuate this to be, like, kind of cringe. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cringe. I may be fat, but that never stopped me from putting my belly on someone's daughter's back. What? Oh, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. You know, that's not hot. I'm sorry. That's not hot. Like, bruh, can you even get it in? Like, is your belly gonna be that fucking in the way, my guy? Part of me feels like the belly is gonna be too big and you're not gonna be able to get it in. And also, if we're talking doggy, are you going in the back or the front door from the back? That's a serious question I have.
So I was gonna be snarky and sarcastic, but instead I'm just gonna say what
I literally can't read the comment. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna read it. I think the problem that should be addressed is the fat acceptance. If you accept your fat and don't do anything, like what? Question mark, explanation point. Obesity has a... I don't know what that says. Obesity has a something. I'm thinking it's obesity has a cost. I don't know what the last word is. I tried to read it, but I'm as blind as a bat. Sorry, my dudes. So, this person's saying basically, like, my issue is with the fat acceptance thing. This person's saying my issue is the fat acceptance thing. You're accepting that you're fat. That's basically it.
I mean, the vast majority of people, particularly thin people, think this, that obesity has a cure. They're similar to, if not the same people, that think that poor people are just lazy.
That's ridiculous, one. Trust me. Being poor and knowing you're poor makes you an overall hustler. That's where I came from, at least. I mean, goddamn, being poor, it makes you literally think you have no other option but to get good. But yeah, there is a solution to obesity. There is. It's called losing weight, and you can do it through healthy lifestyle changes. You don't have to do a fad diet. And if you feel like you're unaware of what you need to do as an individual, I encourage you to try and find the resources or find the information online, and don't adopt a crazy fad diet. Just add more healthy fruits and vegetables into your diet. Go for walks. Be out there, be happy, be healthy, and you'll naturally lose weight through healthy lifestyle changes. I'm not here to try and tell people they need to go keto or vegan or carnivore or do 1,200 calories a day or, you know, do like CrossFit or something like that. I'm just here to tell people you can solve it, and you can solve it through some pretty simple stuff like eating more fruits and vegetables, exercising moderately, and adding more healthy food into your diet instead of taking away and cutting out. You want to cut out all that hyper-processed food. Fast food, sodas, garbage, but you can do it a little bit here and there and slowly build into that lifestyle and keep it for life, and you'll forever live a happier, healthier life. You know, it's about little steps that take you to the ultimate end. But yes, in the end, you can choose to fix it. At the end of the day, this is your choice. And sure, you know, there are going to be a few medical issues that you might have that will perpetuate you to be obese. like Prader-Willi syndrome, but that's a genetic disorder and you have no excuses outside of that. And then if you want to argue things like insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, mobility issues, heart disease, diabetes, pre-diabetes, sure, all of these things are things that you will face when you are obese, but you can help bring down the symptoms of these things by doing healthy lifestyle changes. It does not discriminate. Being healthy and acting healthily does not discriminate in the wake of your body weight. So I'm sorry, pardon my being brash, but yeah, you can change it. It's your choice, dude. It's literally your choice. But the thing I hate is, I don't know if this guy grew up poor, but I grew up poor as balls. And you can even change that. And yeah, some poor people are lazy. They're usually depressed and lazy. And trust me, I grew up surrounded by poor people. I get it, my dude. Like, they are lazy a lot of the time. People who are poor usually don't make changes for their well-being, or they're put into incredibly strenuous and laborious positions that they can't break out of. Those are the two kinds of poor people that exist. Usually, there's a lot of addiction and stuff like that that goes into being poor as well. There's a reason oftentimes why as an adult, you're poor. But when you're younger and you learn that being poor sucks, and you break out of that, I just have to point out, and I mean not to weaponize my own position when I say this, I want to just encourage you. Being poor is even a changeable thing. There's no excuse. But there are poor people that are lazy, so I don't know what this person's going on about. You know, you can say like, oh, it's a stereotype. Oh, it's a stereotype. But yeah, that's a stereotype, you know? I'm not gonna lie. If I were lazy as a poor person, I wouldn't not be poor now. I'm telling you that much. But this person saying stuff about like weight loss and all that, and like, you know, fat acceptance, it's just wrong. He's just incorrect.
Say to you, look at the science, look at the studies. There is no consistent way for people to lose weight and keep it off long term.
And you can argue for like a plant-based diet, I think. I think they have a lot of good research on that. But in general, you know, I don't know what this person's looking at for studies. I wish these people would actually give a study instead of just say, look at the research, look at the studies, because you can find a study and research for anything to prove or disprove your point. I'm not even kidding. You can find so much information out there to prove or disprove your point. You can find a study that shows eggs are equivalent to smoking cigarettes, and then you can find another study that shows cholesterol in eggs is good for you. You can make an argument that, fermenting, kimchi is good for you, and eating kimchi is good. Oh, but the salt. Oh, but salt's in there, and it's linked with high blood pressure, and blah, blah, blah. You can make an argument for anything, my dudes. You can argue anything on a study basis, but the one thing you can't argue is that fruits and vegetables are good for you. Adding more plant-based materials and lean proteins into your lifestyle is great. Cutting out the junk food, the hyper-processed food, the sodas, the fast food, and going out for a walk, or going and getting some consistent exercise out there is good for you, and it will probably lead to weight loss. So the reality is, intentionally losing weight is not indicatively going to make or break you. It's what you do to lose the weight intentionally that will make or break you. And you have a lot of options out there, and I think this person's very ignorant to say otherwise. I love how they just throw out, oh, it's the research, but there's no research to prove it.
All the studies back this up. So even if
all the studies, hashtag it was all the studies, my dudes, that's why I'm going to appeal to futility and just accept the fact that I'm fat.
My intention was to lose weight, or to want to lose weight, there isn't really a way to do it. Not consistent.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. My intention's to lose weight, it's not going to work. So I want to change for the better, but it's not going to work, so I should appeal to futility and just live my life. That's sad. That is the actual talk of somebody who desires to be a loser, desires to be a victim, desires to fail. It is sad. And I encourage any of you who've struggled with weight loss in the past to not give up the way this person obviously has. Okay? I'm not telling you guys you need to do crazy stuff and go on all these fad diets and stuff like that. I encourage you to add more healthy foods into your diet. More fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, legumes, lean proteins, you know, whole foods, healthy starches. Get those things in you, my dudes. And fill your diet up with lots of healthy foods. Drink more water, go for a walk, go get some exercise, and cut out the bullshit, including what this guy's saying.
So, no, obesity does not have a cure, but ignorance does.
Ignorance does have a cure through being educated, and I'm going to educate you. One thing you have to understand is you can change obesity. There are very few instances of time where you can't, and I'm not here to say it's easy, but like this guy just said, like with being poor, it's never easy if it's worth it. It's never easy to break from being poor and work your ass off and make more money so you can live a more moderate lifestyle or a stable lifestyle. It's not easy to make lifestyle changes and lose weight for the better so that you can not be obese and you can live a long-standing life. Neither of these things are supposed to be easy. If they were easy, everybody would do them, and you wouldn't have things like the fat acceptance movement where people are constantly appealing to futility, because there'd be no appeal to make. But the reality is, this guy's appealing to futility. Never ever listen to somebody who says, because you try, you'll fail. And that's about it. Like, I have faith that people are more competent than that. So my people, I think almost 99.99999% of the population can lose weight with healthy lifestyle changes and more physical activity. And I'm not here to say it's easy, and I'm also not here to tell you to take one diet and stick with it forever or anything like that. I just encourage that you all make a change for the better, because I think you all can do better than this. So anyways, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Am I ignorant, or am I just being honest here and not giving excuses like this guy seems to be? That's my opinion. I'm sorry, I really just have to disagree. I really have to disagree with what this person is saying, because I think it's just ridiculous, and I don't think it helps people. So anyways, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Slater.